Why don't they deserve basic human rights, basic equal rights?
Okay, let's try this again. It's like talking to a child. Okay, do you agree with me?
No.
Okay. Do you agree with me?
I've never seen you this pissed off. This is fucking hilarious. Oh my God.
I'm not pissed off. I'm just...
Yes, you are.
No.
Nah, she rage baiting him. I think she's rage baiting.
You literally just said that, and I defined it 4 times.
You didn't say you didn't define privilege. You didn't define privilege. You defined a right.
Oh my God. A privilege absent duty is what?
A privilege absent of a duty. I'd say like free will.
A right. It's a right. I defined it multiple times.
So what are you trying to say? That because women cannot defend physically their right to do things, that they do not deserve rights? Is that the point?
They can't enforce their own rights. So
okay, so because someone cannot enforce their own rights, they don't deserve rights.
Well, they don't have them.
But do they deserve them?
Well, then you're moving into a different claim. So if you want...
So apparently this debate is about rights and women's rights and their ability to defend them. I don't know where this debate is going. I swear I don't. I don't know where this debate is going. I think everyone deserves rights. I think that's just a normal take. But nonetheless, let's see what is going on here. Because apparently he's going to get up and leave the debate. And they're debating some type of rights and some type of political, I don't know. Nonetheless, my name is LFR Jojo. Please make sure you like and subscribe. Let's get into this.
You want to get into like what people deserve or don't deserve, right? We can get into that, but can we at least agree on the descriptor of how it works first?
No.
Okay.
Because women, I'm trying to understand why women don't deserve rights because they cannot physically.
That's a different claim. I just asked you if we could agree to the descriptor before we moved to that claim, and you said no, and then brought that claim up again.
Because the claim doesn't make sense. I don't understand your claim.
Okay.
Make the claim,
and I'm
then we can
literally answering all of your questions for this claim.
Not well, though. Like, what are you saying?
Which question? Which thing am I not answering?
If women do not have a monopoly on force, cannot control their own bodies, why don't they deserve basic human rights, basic equal rights?
Okay, let's try this again. It's like talking to a child. Okay, do you agree with me?
No.
Okay. Do you agree with me?
I've never seen you this pissed off. This is fucking hilarious. Oh my God.
I'm not pissed off. I'm just...
Yes, you are.
No.
Nah, she rage baiting him. I think she's rage baiting. If you guys don't know what rage baiting is, it's like when you just say stuff to make somebody angry. I low-key think she's rage baiting, but I don't know. Like, I don't know what led up to this point, but Cuz is getting pissed and she over there laughing. They're talking about some type of rights and all this stuff. Jesus Christ. I don't even know how to even... I'm trying to make sense of this conversation because I try to explain it to my audience, but I don't know. I don't know. It's like she's rage baiting low key.
Women are emotional. Look at him.
You're the one freaking out, not me.
I'm not freaking out. I think this is hilarious.
For me, it's extremely frustrating talking to someone who doesn't actually understand the words that are coming out of my mouth.
You're sounding very emotional right now, Andrew.
Can we go back?
Would you like to get some water?
Yeah, can we go back and go through all of these?
If you need to cry, that's okay.
Can we go back
I'm here for you, my friend.
Can we go back through these descriptors now?
Sure.
Okay.
Alrighty.
What is a right?
You just want to keep defining words?
What is a right?
Merriam-Webster over here.
What is a right from your perspective?
Okay. I mean, I'm fine with your definition on those descriptors.
No, but I want your definition.
I'm fine with your definition of that.
Then why do you keep contradicting yourself if you're fine with my definition?
I'm not contradicting myself. Your claim just doesn't make sense that humans do not deserve rights specifically because they cannot physically
When did I
defend
say
them.
they didn't deserve them?
You just did, like 4 times.
I said they don't exist inherently, right?
Okay, so whether or not it doesn't exist inherently, does someone still deserve that right? Just because they cannot physically defend themselves.
How do you deserve something that doesn't exist?
But it does exist.
Okay, so now it exists. Does it exist or not exist?
I mean, do I have bodily autonomy currently? Yes. Can I go walk around my house and do what I want? Yes. So on a certain level, it does exist.
Where?
I mean, right here, right now. I'm here on my own free will.
So because you can do this...
Pissing you the fuck off.
So because you can do this, you have the right to do this?
I'm trying to see what extent you think women should not be allowed to do things because they cannot monopolize and control
but
others based
do
on
you
force.
understand that, like,
I just don't understand practically what you want out of this.
When
so women can't force
it's hard
men.
to argue with you because you don't have any understanding of philosophy at all. So when I bring these things up,
That's not the issue. The issue is that your philosophy is inherently flawed. It morally doesn't make sense.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Negate it. Negate the proposition.
Okay.
All right, he's completely fed up. At this point in the debate, I don't know what we missed, y'all. I don't know what we missed, but he is pissed. He says she don't have any understanding of philosophy. He doesn't understand it. Here's what I'll say about this. If you look historically, I don't even know how to say my argument when it comes to this, because I think everyone deserves rights. I think he's saying that a society, I guess, which are 100% women or predominantly women, or women are the leading class, won't be able to enforce their rights in case of invasion. That's the only thing I can think of. But then again, I don't know the full debate topic. But whatever it is, like, she's just rage baiting him at this point, and he's just getting pissed. He's not even trying to debate at this point. Let's continue.
Sure. With what I said before. So you're basically saying that people who utilize force to execute laws are those who have the ability to control those laws. My issue is that, and in terms of a movement towards equity or a goal of eliminating, and in terms of feminism, you're saying it's a movement towards equity with the goal of eliminating patriarchal systems. My issue is that I fundamentally do not believe that laws should be exclusively enforced to the benefit of those who have physical power.
Okay. That's not a negation of force doctrine. So, like, I don't know what to... You're so philosophically illiterate that you actually don't even understand what I'm saying to you.
And you're just regularly illiterate. I mean, dude, like, then just argue the claim.
I did argue the claim.
But it doesn't make sense.
Then falsify it.
Okay, just because someone can do something does not mean that they ought to do it.
Okay,
just
so then
because men can force women to do what they want doesn't mean that they ought to.
So then descriptively, do you agree with force doctrine?
I mean, I believe on a, like, blanket, I believe on, like, a smaller level. I think that interpersonally, someone can use force if they have more force over someone.
Okay, let's try this. What is force doctrine?
I think what he's saying is that since men naturally have more force than women, like, naturally, since men have more force, they can impose certain things over women if they decided to. I don't think he's saying that they do that. I don't think he's saying that we should do that. I think he's saying that that is 100% possible. Which, I guess is literally true. If you're looking at the laws, if you're looking at every society on earth, that is probably accurate. And it's really accurate if you look at the way wars are fought. Wars are fought predominantly with men, and nations are invaded predominantly with men. That's really what I want to get at. Not just wars. I'm talking about when you invade a nation, it's predominantly with men. So if you're looking from, like, a completely literal perspective, yes, that would be accurate. I don't really understand the complete premise of the debate, though, why they're arguing this. I think there's a more underlying issue that probably leads to probably feminism or probably men and women's rights, something along those lines. Don't really know. But yeah.
Force doctrine is your whole thing that men have a monopoly on force and human beings have no inherent rights. All laws are enforced by force and violence is used to maintain societal regularity on a certain level.
And that women have to appeal to men for their monopoly on force in order to secure their whatever needs or rights or whatever it is they want, right? That's part of force doctrine?
Sure,
okay,
yeah,
do you
by
agree,
your definition.
Then do you agree with the description? Do you agree the description is true?
I already said I agreed with the description. That's why I
asked you
your
4
claim.
times if you agreed with the description
and
of
I
force
said
doctrine.
I agreed with it 4 times. Well, one time I said no to piss you off, but then the other times I said yes.
So you agreed with me that when it comes to force doctrine, you agree to the descriptor being true.
Sure.
Okay, now we can get somewhere, maybe.
That's what I said. Oh my God.
I mean, you never did, but okay.
I did, Andrew.
So he was right the whole time, and she just disagreed with him just to disagree with him. Yeah, she was rage baiting him. That's what I said. She was rage baiting him, which I kind of figured, but I wasn't 100% sure because I didn't even know what they were debating at first. But she was rage baiting, cuz she was rage baiting him. That's crazy.
So now that we can get past that, now that you've agreed to force doctrine, can you tell me why men should enforce women's rights?
Why men should enforce women's rights? I don't necessarily think that. I think that free will is honestly a privilege. I mean, not a privilege. I think that free will is a right. I think that everyone has the right to bodily autonomy.
Then you don't agree to force doctrine. Why'd you lie to me? Why did you lie to me?
You asked me if I agreed with your definition. I agree with your definition of it. I don't morally agree with it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, if we don't agree with the descriptor, then we have to argue the descriptor until you either falsify the descriptor or agree with the descriptor. It can't be either or. It has to be either or. It can't be anything else. It's either true or it's false.
I just want to understand your moral justification for controlling someone else's body. I'm talking on a moral basis, not that you can't physically. I understand that you can physically. I agree with the premise.
That's nice,
but I want you to defend why morally
but I asked you
acceptable.
a question and you didn't answer it. Why should men enforce women's rights? Why should they?
Because it is morally unacceptable to control others. It is morally impermissible.
That's the opposite.
Others.
You're not controlling. If you're enforcing their rights, it sounds like they're controlling you, right? Like, how are you controlling them by enforcing their rights?
But right is simply, as we've defined it, a privilege without a duty.
So why should men enforce women's privileges?
But they don't have to. So what are you defining as
Answer my question. Why should men enforce women's privileges?
They don't have to enforce women's privileges.
Great. I believe the exact same thing. Perfect. I'm going to go have a smoke.
You don't have to enforce. Oh my goodness, he's upset.
He's coming back. He's just gonna do a little
rage
smoke
quit.
break.
I've got him to
You just agreed with my entire position.
Oh shit! The misogynist rage quit.
I agree with you that men should not enforce women's rights.
Well, you didn't let me finish the sentence.
Well, I don't really need to. You conceded the debate.
No, I did not concede the debate, Andrew.
I don't even know what this debate was. I don't. What was this debate? What was this? What was this? Let's talk about men and women's rights and enforcing rights. What do we come to as a society where we're really debating human rights? Nonetheless, it was entertaining. I will say that it was entertaining. Please make sure you like and subscribe, and let me know what you thought about this video. Anyways, my name is LFR Jojo, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.